I'm gonna go ahead and start this before we get too much further into the is that unmuted? Okay, before we get too into the discussion. I had a question of the day. I'm gonna be really honest with everybody. I forgot it. That's what happened.
You always forget it.
I had it. I thought it was good. I can't remember what it was. Now it's really bothering me. Because I got home and I was racking my brain. I'm like, what the hell? What was I thinking? What was going on? But we got a few people who came into the chat, like right off rip. Piano Man, Darla, and Bretto, welcome to the stream. I'm joined today by Leo and Filbert.
Hello,
That's true.
hello.
Ugh. Beady? Darla says hello to Leo, specifically. Filbert is unloved.
Yeah, that's how it usually goes.
No
I get it.
love for Filbert. This is so sad.
Darla, you gotta stop doing this. It's gonna go to my head, and I'm gonna be walking around with it like I'm gonna be walking around with like fucking 70 pounds of head.
Okay, Megamind.
Literally, my head's gonna grow too big.
I don't know. I don't think I want somebody 70 pounds giving me head. I think that's more of like an Oliver type thing, you know?
Let's not even get there. Either way.
No, I just didn't know he was here. Hi, Filbert, says Piano Man.
Hello.
Filbnerb is what he called you.
That's probably close enough.
Then we can take a needle and pop your ego, Leo. It's a terrible image.
I would just alt.
Something. Project Moon fans.
Question of the day. If you had an ultimate that you could use once per day, what would it be?
A once per day ability, huh?
Yeah.
Good one. It's a good question.
When I snap my fingers, you will forget that you were ever gay.
True. True. Are there any limits? There are no limits.
I mean, it has to be like a once a day ability, so it's not like oh yeah, once a day I can fly for 24 hours.
Yeah, I guess it has to be an instantaneous effect. You can't have there's not like a duration on it, because you just activate it once, and then if you want to reverse, you would have to activate it again, so you would have to wait a whole day.
Okay, once a day teleportation.
Hey, Estella,
fine and
welcome
dandy.
in.
It's all fine and dandy, but like, then how are you getting home? Are you gonna take an Uber? Are you gonna like keep your car at work?
To Filbert's door. Make every person in a 5-mile radius step on a bunch of Lego bricks. Okay, we're getting a little creative with it. Once per day, teleportation, so I can go to work in the morning. Yeah, but then you would have to like go back. You would have to spend all that time going back.
See, thinking about it, if it's like a once a day instantaneous effect,
Create money.
honestly, the two contenders I can think of are like once a day be able to like rewind time 8 to 12 hours,
Okay, alright.
manipulate the stock markets. Think about it.
True, but you would
Okay.
only be able to do it on a day-to-day basis, you know?
Well, yeah, exactly. I just become a day trader.
This guy's just gonna like buy the dip every time. And if it crashes, he sells.
Damn, I lost $500 in stocks. All right, try again.
You might even get away with sports betting that way.
Yeah. Oh my god,
but
I
you
could go horse racing.
This
There you
guy
go.
is doing prediction market.
There's good money to be made in that. High quality razors are attached to the Lego bricks. Oh, for real? It took Mr. Sopranos forever to find out. Oh. Yeah, Stella really wanted everybody to know her real first name. And then I guess Nick took the bait. And, like, was guessing it. I don't know. That's old stream stuff. I think, if I remember correctly, that was the Saturday stream. And the Saturday stream kind of went to hell a little bit because I forgot to unmute my desktop audio for the first 30 minutes or something.
That's funny.
I'm still trying to think of an answer to my own question of the day. This is terrible. Oh. I would just, be able to draw something perfectly once per day. That would be the ability.
Okay, but define draw something perfectly, because like
A
if that's the
singular
case,
object, figure, pose. I get one.
Okay.
just like I
One
feel
per
like if
day.
you draw something perfectly, you're gonna like instead it's gonna be more like
Well,
you're
okay.
gonna print an image.
When I say
like a
perfectly, I
photograph.
mean what's in my head to what, onto the screen, right? So if I got like a cartoony picture in my head, then it's going to be perfectly drawn out in that way onto the canvas. That's the idea.
The monkey paw curls, and instead of making you draw it perfectly, it instead changes your perception to make you think you drew it perfectly. But turns out it's just DeviantArt level quality. Nah, I'm not coming up with caveats to people's ult.
There is shit happening in chat right now. I think this is the first stream
Oh,
I've caught
God.
more than 20 minutes before the ending. True. And that's actually kind of impressive because I completely forgot to schedule the stream until like an hour ago. So good on you for that.
And
But I
sorry to
kinda
hear that,
crashed
Stella.
out. Yeah, that is tragic. We hate to see it.
Damn, There is shit going on in the chat. That's crazy. That is
Damn,
rough.
girl.
Damn, girl.
Alright, but like, listen, you shouldn't be admitting to committing assault on the internet. Like, come on.
Oh, no one. No,
Make
no
sure
can
he
prove it.
can't make no mo children. Jesus.
Okay, I do have the stuff I need to make more light armor.
No more
That's crazy.
generations.
Not even Sonic generations.
Shut up. Guy thinks he's funny.
Hey, Stella,
you
could you
chuckled at it.
Hey, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying don't admit it to it on a public forum.
That's true.
That's called evidence.
I wonder if that can be admissible in court.
If they
Guys,
find
we
it.
found his chat logs. You'd be surprised. Oftentimes, even text messages get thrown out in court because how easily doctored they are.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna snitch, but like your phone snitches, the AI snitches, there's fucking government officials listening to this. Probably. Someone gets paid, be it in a bot or something, to like, feed this into a fucking machine.
Oh, fuck. I remember what the question of the day was gonna be. God damn it.
Well, I hate to tell you this, Leo. I, in fact, do not think bots get paid, bro.
Well, then why do they cost so much?
If bots don't get paid, then why the fuck do the absolute
Where does that money go?
Where
I eat it.
exactly why do CEOs get so much money? Those guys are NPCs. This
Yeah,
stream
maybe
is not
you're an
important
NPC.
enough to be spied on. Is the type of sentiment that's gonna like get Big Brother on, to sniff through your
Chat, they
dirty
don't-
laundry.
They don't realize I'm a Mossad agent. They don't realize that this has been a whole
Oh,
ploy.
get
Steal
outta
their
here.
information.
Gentleman wants to know what was the original question of the day that you
The
had
original
thought of.
question of the day was gonna be about how everybody felt about the age verification stuff they were apparently rolling out come March on Discord.
I mean, not everyone uses Discord, but that age verification shit does get thrown out to literally everything social media related.
It's thrown out how? What do you mean by that?
Okay, let me rephrase. Every fucking social media wants to do it.
Gotcha, okay. Yeah, there's probably some legislative pressure going on there. Even
I think
beyond
they're just
the...
going, yippee,
even-
more data.
Yeah, even beyond the herder data harvesting, which... I mean, at a certain point, I'm not entirely sure if that's, like, actually the case. I feel like there's already so many plentiful avenues that they can harvest your data that, like... Is this, like, are they really gonna die on the hill of... We are harvesting we're harvesting data from your accounts because you're using our social media platform. We're doing it directly, where they already have like comprehensive systems that harvest it indirectly. Stella says don't use it. Alright, got to go. Maybe see y'all later. Okay, see ya in a bit. Give me your face and ID.
See
Trust
ya.
me. Oh no, a data breach. Who could have predicted this totally unforeseeable and impossible to predict turn of events? I mean, you already, like, the government gets hacked all the time, and there's data breaches regarding your identity there. So, I mean, how often does that actually come back to bite you? The government of Ohio, apparently, like the state government got breached not that long ago. And that
Yeah.
had, like, social security information, which is arguably more damage.
Oh,
I'm sorry, my
y'all
train
hear
of
that
thought.
smoker?
My train of thought got
Guys, I think there's a smoker around.
completely derailed by that. Holy shit. Yeah, but they have more security than fucking Roblox. I don't know that for a fact. I actually find that a little hard to believe.
You would be surprised, but like... Every government is more incompetent than you think.
Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of these systems are like just bureaucratic by design. So anytime there needs to be an update for something like security, they're always like 4 to 5 years behind the curve. There's also the issue of it's hard to motivate them to improve security faster, because the way you incentivize that is by punishing them for not having important security updates, which, I mean, it's harder to punish the government when it's the government that has to punish the government, as opposed to punishing a business like Roblox. Not that Roblox has seen a substantial amount of punishment for lax security. I actually don't know whether they have or not.
They're getting sued a lot, but it's definitely not enough to ruin their bottom line. Also, why did I get close to the mic to say that the government is incompetent? It's for emphasis.
It's because they're listening to him.
Lamau.
The signals. They're
He
strong
wanted
tonight.
to blow out
I'm
the
not-
NSA's eardrums when he said that, and that was his objective.
Yeah.
You're raping Big Brother.
I wouldn't use those words, but sure.
What are you doing, step bro?
I'm gonna...
He's gonna touch me.
ASMR for free, bro. What? So true. I wish I could yell. I wish I could just scream in my apartment.
I mean, technically you can. You have free will, bro.
I can, but I don't want to have to deal with like a noise complaint. Are you kidding me?
Da, 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 da.
Okay.
I have killed a horrible giant mutated pig.
I can't believe you would do that to Leo.
I was
I
gonna say your
mean-
mom.
Is me doing ASMR gonna make you start giving super chats to Kingpin? I doubt it.
Yeah, all those super chats you can do on YouTube. Okay. This guy's Twitch brain rotted.
I don't remember what they're called on YouTube. I probably would have called them super chats too.
They're called super chats in YouTube, and they're called fucking donations or subscriptions in Twitch.
Oh my god.
No, you
Filbert is
sound fucking insane right
retarded?
now.
Holy shit.
No. It's
Stop
Leo.
the
He's the one that's
presses.
wrong.
Filbert, you're not the quirked up white boy I thought you were. We can't be friends. It's over between us.
Oh, okay.
Roblox isn't incompetent with security, just actively supporting the predators.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't looked into any of that, so I don't actually know.
The current Roblox CEO wants to make it a dating app. So.
What?
The Roblox CEO was in an interview with the New York Times in like a podcast, and the first question was, "Hey, what do you plan to do with the predator problem in your Roblox app?" I'm gonna find the specific quote, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna paraphrase it. I don't think of it so much of a problem, if not more of an opportunity.
That is... Okay, there's no way that's what he meant, though. Like, that is a massive fumble. But that's not, like... There's no way that's what he actually meant.
Here I found an article. David Basuki, recent appearance on the
What a
Hard
name.
Fork podcast made headlines not for this safety rollout, but for how he framed the predatory behavior occurring on the platform. Basuki stated, in quotes, "We think of it not necessarily just as a problem, but an opportunity as well."
Okay. So, that doesn't do too much to salvage it. Did he go on to say what the opportunity was that he was referring to specifically, or... Like... Maybe he thought it was an opportunity to get out ahead on certain security systems, developing security systems that would protect minors.
I think, personally, he was trying to say, so that the investors heard, that he didn't want to say out loud, "We're gonna deal with the predator problem," because investors are gonna be mad that the disposable income predators are, gonna get moderated.
I'm sorry, why would the investors be mad that they would be taking steps to prevent lawsuits that could potentially bleed the company hundreds of thousands of dollars that they're gonna end up paying for because it's gonna drain their investments? Maybe I don't want to ask this question. I've already had, like, a separate conversation with someone. I'm starting to believe that people don't, like, they have a completely different understanding of human human nature and how people operate than I do. And that maybe I don't actually have a whole lot of common ground on this topic. Because people... I had this conversation earlier with someone who was dead set on this idea that, like, rich people are just, like, fundamentally, illogical. They're irrational. Everything they do, doesn't make any sense. It's completely unpredictable. There's no real rhyme or reason to it, other than just basic impulsivity.
It's
Is that how people see the issue? Do they think people act? Do they think people get rich and remain rich by continually acting in ways that do not support them being rich in the long term?
I mean, once you hit a certain amount of capital, the term "too big to fail" exists for a reason.
Well, too big to fail refers to, like, specifically, or originally referred specifically to banks, that if they did fail, like, every aspect of U.S. economics would have been severely affected to a point of no return, which wasn't even that, like, it wasn't even true when the point was made. That was, like, Depression era bank bailouts. And then, like, 2008, I believe, was when that
if you're a
phase.
rich guy from old money, I think that it would be pretty hard for them to go bankrupt in a way that they would be like homeless.
Yeah, but these guys aren't even going, like, they're not even losing large swaths of money to the point where they're poor because of, like, quote-unquote bad decisions. And I think that's probably more evident because of the lack of people who are abusing the system of just do random shit and get lucky in order to get rich. Because if that was actually how it worked, and that's how these people operated because it worked, then you would see more people operating on that principle, and it would work.
I feel like companies work despite the decisions of the C-suite. Like, the people lower down the rung try to make it work because otherwise they're
I'm
out
not
of a
talking
job.
about companies.
But
well, I guess I am talking about companies in terms of, like, Roblox.
But people have noticed that a lot of, like, CEOs and high corporate have, like, the same symptoms of behavior as people with, like, really bad AI psychosis, because they're just surrounded by yes men.
Okay, but, like, I don't know, where's that information coming from? Who are the people that are making that assessment? Is it, like, other rich people who are seeing, like, okay, well, you know, this isn't a sustainable system. I know because I've been at the top. Is it, like, I don't know, like, researched insiders who are like, oh yeah, this is, like, a historical problem that, like, you can actually see this behavior emulated in, you know, demonstrated in you know, other cultures and periods of history. There's a precedent for this kind of thing. Or is it, like, is it literally just, like, a BuzzFeed tier article where it's like, yeah, actually the AI bubble is about to burst, and you know this Joe Schmo economist is you know said so, and you know here's like what he used for evidence, but actually don't look too closely into it because you can't read statistics. I can't read statistics. Because I think that's mostly what I'm hearing when I talk to people about that kind of stuff. They're just kind of parroting whatever the article they read that day was. It told them. I don't know, am I crazy there? Am I insane? Do you know where this information is coming from? Do you... I'm trying to be like antagonistic or anything.
Do I have links?
No. I mean, just like
a dissertation to support what I'm saying.
Do you have a name? Do you have a name of a publication? Do you have a name of a person? Do you like? Do you know like even vaguely the background of the person who was making these claims?
I feel like these claims come from me seeing the absolute like stupidity of the video game crash and how companies like Ubisoft are failing, how companies like EA are failing, Activision Blizzard, all of that sort of stuff, because
it was revealed to me in a dream. Thank you, Brito.
Instead of listening to anything, they just do shit to please investors. Like when Ubisoft was trying to put NFTs into their games, that failed. Do you think NFTs was a good idea?
I
didn't
have strong opinions about NFTs. I genuinely thought that was just gonna be like the market decides whether they actually care about this or not. And I think ultimately it did. Because this is the first time I've even heard the phrase NFTs in like a year. But like I guess I can see where you're coming from here. That's not like an entirely I guess incorrect assessment. But I don't know. I don't think that we want NFTs in video games was like a necessarily like a result of incompetence. I think people were just trying to push the limits of this new technology they were seeing, and they were experimenting with it in different ways. I don't think any of their experiments were necessary to video games as a whole, but I'm generally very much a traditionalist in that sense. I mean, I would say the same thing about microtransactions, but microtransactions proved to be a successful experiment, and now they're here to stay.
That indeed. That they did.
Do you think this objectively failed idea is good? The press are an opportunity. We invite them to our island. You get the rest. The Preds. The Predators are an opportunity. We invite them to our island. Listen, I don't know if that's what I don't know if you would say that openly. Like, even if that's what you meant, that I don't think there's a world where somebody says that openly. Especially if they want to keep investors happy or if they want to keep their job. But I don't know, maybe that is exactly what he meant, and this will be a blunder that eventually gets him fired from the company. Because that would actually be incompetence. Who's your favorite predator? Terrible question. Get this guy out of here.
What's the... No, I have...
You gonna say like a jaguar or something?
No, I was going to say like the one from Alien vs. Predator. That one was pretty cool.
Isn't that the same predator from Predator?
Same race, but no, the Predator from Predator died.
What the
Like
hell?
Arnold Schwarzenegger killed him in that movie.
Okay, I never actually watched the Predator movie, so it just goes to show what I know. I just had to go eat supper. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
It's basically a movie where a bunch of like action man macho guys get absolutely ruffle stomped by an alien who's hunting them for sport. That's the whole deal.
Yeah, I knew that much. I was aware of that much of the movie. I literally don't know anything about it other than that and the fact that Arnold Schwarzenegger is in the movie. Mike, you should be filmed in a Predator movie. Why? You want to elaborate on that, buddy?
Mods, rotate his balls 180 degrees.
What? Rotate his balls? What? That's terrible. We call it the testy twister. I'll elaborate next stream. He's giving cliffhangers. He's giving cliffhangers to my stream. What a crazy guy.
Yeah. Let's see. I do like what you're doing with the motion lines.
Trying to make it.
It reminds me of how
Visually
people draw
interesting.
flashbangs.
I'm gonna draw you getting flashbanged.
I mean, you technically have the power to do that. That's true.
I'm gonna draw you getting banged. Yeah.
Don't do that.
You don't understand, Leo. I have all this power.
But once you do, you never can go back.
I just keep moving forward.
I'm just saying it's a slippery slope. Then you get like suddenly you make money for a new car, but like we know what you've done. You're not gonna be proud.
Was it worth it? Okay, the foot's looking weird, guys. The foot is kind of looking weird. I think maybe I needed to be a little more detailed on the sketch before I drew this part. Excuse me. Welcome to a new kind of tension all across the alienation. I don't know what that's from. Is that a song? Is that a poem? Imagine it's probably a song. Somebody in the know.
What the fuck is music?
Okay, well, Filbert's not the one in the know. What am I getting wrong here?
Everything. Just all of it from A to Z, dude. You're fucked up. I don't know. I'm not actively looking at stream. I'm playing Darkwood in the background.
You're just saying things to hurt my feelings at this point. And I don't appreciate that. Maybe I'm the I can't say that America, I'm not a part of a redneck agenda.
I can't say that agenda.
Are
you
you quoting
American
Green Day?
Idiot?
Are you quoting Green Day at me? I think we need to take this guy out.
Hey, buddy.
Euthanize
I was
me?
there
No,
when
euthanize
those
you.
words were written. I'm old as
What?
fuck. What are you doing?
You were there when those words were written? You were sitting in the room with them?
Not really, but like, you know, I'm old. I listened to Green Day back in the day. I listened to Green Day before I knew what the words meant.
That's a
I
flex.
listened to Green Day back in the edgy era.
I didn't really have an edgy era.
No, you had a cringe era.
Some say it's still going on.
Ugh.
Actually, wouldn't most people cite their edgy era as being cringe? Okay, imagine that's like a fairly normal thing.
Yeah, sorry, Leo. Discord
you
needs
weren't-
to know if you have a Chad jawline or a Chud jawline, bro.
I don't know, my jaw hurts. I still have all my wisdom teeth. I need to get those
It's
out.
my fault, guys. I've been a little needy from.
No, yours is tiny.
Yeah, okay, buddy. All right. That's not what you were saying last night, though.
I wasn't gonna ruin the mood.
So you're telling me nothing we had was real? It was all just an act?
Darla, don't say
Leo,
that.
buddy. Do you like my singing, or maybe just kind of sharp? My joke was fucking dumb. I'm not fucking funny. That shit was ass. Did you transition into slam poetry? What was that?
Piano Man, like,
This piano man didn't have a piano plan.
it's fine. No, you don't have to crash out, dude. But like, Kimping was reading that and he was like, "What the fuck is this guy rambling?" And then, boom, Green Day. Took him a minute to realize. Fuck.
Fuck Green Day. I fucking hate Green Day.
Hey, listen.
That shit is
Kingpin.
straight dog water.
If someone happens to not be cringe, is because they lived under a rock.
Okay. What did that have to do with anything? I'm sorry.
I mean, edgy era, cringe era.
Well, I only said that because Phil was like, "No, you didn't have a cringe or an edgy era. You just had a cringe era." And I was like, "Well, isn't that how most people view their edgy era? As cringe?"
You might still be in your edgy era. We don't know.
Oh my god. Well, make up your goddamn mind. If they're gonna be distinct, make up your mind on which one I'm in.
No.
Nah, it doesn't look good. Said most people would classify their edgy era as cringe, and I said maybe just sharp. Well, I'm sorry that happened to you. Guys, have I ever told you how much I fucking hate drawing? This shit is ass. I'm going to kill myself.
I've never known of a creative that wasn't like, oh my god, I hate my drawings, I am so ass, and meanwhile they painted the fucking Mona Lisa.
Would you prefer I break the mold? Prefer I go in the opposite direction? Don't you dare talk shit about my Mona Lisa. I will cry. I'll kill you.
I would respect a little bit. I would respect artists a little bit more, because it seems like the only ones that act like, oh my god, I'm so good at this, are the people that like draw stick figures and shit.
They really are the goats, though. You should be more respectful towards them.
I mean, Henry Stickman and all the fucking stick fight animations are peak, but like, I feel like those are the only guys with confidence.
That's the pinnacle of artistry right there. It's what we're all trying to be. Here's another thing that bothers me. Here's another thing I can rant about and rage about. Apparently at some point, the creator of JJK decided he was going to tell everybody that two of the characters in the story were actually like gay the whole time. And it's just kind of frustrating seeing people go on and on about that.
Why? Because it's like, is it a Dumbledore situation of like, it's never mentioned in the book whatsoever, but I'm making it canon in a tweet?
Yeah, kinda. It's kinda exactly that, actually. Smash or pass, Henry Stickmin. Smash, I guess.
I am.
He's got a sexy bod.
And all that.
What's the matter, Leo?
I'm sorry,
What's
but
wrong?
what I'm about to say is gonna be a little bit controversial, but I think I like them with a little bit more meat on their bones.
Yeah, okay, alright. This guy and his beauty standards.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole gay thing is it's so stupid. There's never like, you would expect like some romantic tension. You would expect something there. There's nothing there. Like they treat.
Sorry, what are we talking about?
They treat each other more like they're like they're brothers. Like they're blood brothers more than anything.
JJK artist, writer, mangaka said that two characters are gay for each other in a tweet, and Kingpin's like, this doesn't read as that in the pages. Like, what the fuck is this? Dumbledore was gay the whole time and shit.
I think that what bothers me so much is this assertion, that this implicit assertion that it makes, that like a gay romance is really no different than just how guys, you know, normally form bonds with each other. Like the concept of brotherhood in and of itself is gay just because somebody says it is. There's nothing that really distinguishes two characters being in love and two characters being, you know, having that brotherly bond.
You know, this reminds me of a debate I had a while ago about what like different people thought like acceptable representation was.
Yeah.
And Leo may see where I'm going with this. But I'm talking about shit like Bridget from not Metal Gear, Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear.
We all know the Bridget case study. We are all aware.
You can also call her Brisket.
Yeah, fucking.
He pulled out
Gwendolyn in Dark Souls.
He's using the
1.
preferred pronouns. He pulled it out.
I decided that I didn't care enough.
I have no idea about Gwendolyn or any of that from Dark Souls.
Well, I guess generally what I'm referring to is in media characters who are basically forced to be a gender they're not by people they by all means hate, And then people online cheering about it and going, yeah, that's representation. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's gross. And
you know it's the same people who talk about media literacy or whatever.
I don't know. It's probably the same genre of people who think stories like Citrus are good lesbian representation. I don't know.
Maybe not good representation, but accurate representation. You could make a case.
Have you seen or read Citrus, sir?
Yes, we watched the first 2 episodes together. You, me, and the pedophile.
It's true. I totally forgot that happened, actually.
He wanted to forget. And I am loath to remember. Of course.
You learn that about someone and you just kind of like fucking forget that they have ever existed. Not even a person.
Henry Stickmin is the perfect male physique. I wouldn't say perfect. Alright. There's room for improvement. Yeah, I don't know. If you're gonna convince me that 2 characters are gay at the end of the day, there has to be something more to the relationship than just they're really good friends.
Yeah.
When I crack Kingpin, it's because of a brotherhood bond.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the best way to establish that is like have them smooch each other.
The aggressive lip lock meme.
Pretty much, yeah. But like, they don't even touch each other in the fucking... I should rephrase that. But no, they don't, like, they make physical contact maybe like 2 times the high five in the manga and the anime. There's no real indication that there's anything romantic going on.
Okay, but they're Japanese. The fact that they touched hands in 2 separate occasions, that's equivalent to sex for them.
Yeah, buddy.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just doing the whole like hand-holding lewd meme.
Did you watch the Super Bowl? I did not watch the Super Bowl. My coworker bet on it though, and he lost all of his bets, which was very funny. Congratulations to the Seagulls to the Seahawks for winning the sports ball. Go team. Is Leo
Am I okay?
Are you okay, Leo? You need some water, Leo.
The longer the night progresses, the more my brain turns into mush.
Oh, naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Did America win this year's Super Bowl? Dude, I don't know how to tell you this. They win every Super Bowl, every year. Every year America wins the Super Bowl.
God damn, that sounds rigged.
We're just that good, dude.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I bet $500 on your coworker losing his money specifically. Good. That's always a safe bet. If you see somebody sports betting, bet on them losing. Instant cash.
I feel like the reason why sports betting is such a bad idea is because it's not a 50-50 of like, oh, which team is gonna win. No, you have to guess, oh, this team is gonna win with this like range of how many goals.
Yeah, but the point is the riskier the bet, the bigger the reward. Like, you can just bet on which team is going to win. And that's, like, hypothetically, in the world of probability, you could assert that is a 50-50 chance, right? But the payout for that is significantly less than if you can accurately predict who is going to win and what the end score is going to be.
I feel like it's not worth it to try to like figure out the end score because you're already adding too many variables there.
Well, congratulations. You are the winner of gambling. So as we all know, the only way to win at gambling is to not play.
Yeah. I mean, technically speaking, the best sport for gambling has to be horse racing, because like you only have to guess between like what 16 horses.
Dude, I don't know. I've never engaged in even watching horse racing. I have no idea how any of that shit works.
How many? Okay, from 5 to 12 in standard, or from 2 to 40. What the fuck? So like a lot.
Just dispose of the other team, SMH my head. If your team can't beat them for certain, just find some good hiding spots.
No. What you do is that you pay the other team to throw.
Yeah, but just by doing that, you're reducing the risk you take on from the bet, and therefore you lose the amount of money you would make from the bet. Because where's the money that you pay them to lose coming from? Well, it's coming from that potential earning. So, in order to reduce the risk, you have to reduce the payout.
Depending on the sport, you only have to like bribe one person, and that would have to be the goalkeeper. in football.
Right.
Right,
but okay, say you bribe the goalkeeper, but then his teammates score more goals than he lets go through the goal. So there's still risk there.
Yeah.
See, that's when you bribe both goalkeepers.
Well, I imagine the goals that go through from the team that you bribed the goalkeeper for in the first place are going to be made due to the player's skill as opposed to, like, you can't bribe a goalkeeper to not let any ball through the goal.
I mean, sure you can.
That's already their job. Like, you might be able to turn the tide maybe a little bit in your favor if they're, like, either proactively throwing the game or they're simply not playing as well as they would if they were being paid better. But that's a huge maybe. can't win if they're deceased. The goalkeeper in football, American football. He's talking about soccer because he's. I don't know if you've noticed this, Piano Man, but the funny accent should have given it away. He's a foreigner. And not like the Halo kind.
Well, you know.
Still talking about the Super Bowl? No, we're talking about sports betting in general.
Yeah. Like, how can we defraud whoever's like running the bets?
I'm not even talking about who you can defraud. I'm just talking about just the natural phenomenon of how reward scales with risk just naturally.
I genuinely think that low risk, low reward is like the best one because it's still faster at making money than whatever your job's gonna be.
I was gonna say, statistically,
well, that's what stock trading is for.
Yeah, like the lower yet more consistent option is almost always more valuable than the higher risk, more rewarding option.
Statistically,
unless
yes.
you're doing insider trading.
But probability is like almost an entirely theoretical field. And so people, you know, people who believe in, who are more, I guess, open to like, I guess, supernatural beliefs that aren't really tied to any specific system are more likely to think that they, you know, they are special and they can game the system by making these, you know, taking these wild risks because it'll actually all pan out for them. The psychology of like gambling addicts is actually super interesting. I'm trying to remember the name of the book I read on it, but if I ever do remember the name of the book of it's definitely a recommendation.
Yeah, it's called the Book of Eli, bro.
I'm gonna kill you. Ah, man, that was years ago when I read that too. Honestly, I think I believe hockey is the best sport in my opinion, not gonna lie, to tell the truth. I bet you can't guess what country I'm from based on the fact my favorite sport is hockey. Well, if it's not Canada, then I'm gonna be a little upset. I do think hockey is like the best sport ever conceived, though. Well, maybe not ever conceived, but it is definitely the best sport that is currently running right now. Like, the entertainment value is there. People can knock the shit out of each other and not be penalized.
So you telling me you don't think pickleball is the best sport, bro?
No, I fucking hate pickleball.
I'll be honest, to this day, I have no idea what pickleball is. I just know it has a ridiculous sounding name.
It's actually huge here in Ohio.
Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so. Whoa, whoa.
Bro really came at me with a dollar store haircut and he died.
Wow. They can't all be winners.
I've got a firearm and I'm not afraid to use it.
To the town of Agua Fria rode a stranger one fine day. I used to do hockey and I used to do speed skating. Now I do ninja. What is ninja?
Like American Ninja Warrior, like climbing.
That would be dope. Did you guys ever play the game, like when you were like a kid? Did you ever play the game Ninja? I think that's what it was called. Where it's like, you stand still and you can only make one move. And the goal of the game is to hit somebody's arm. It was basically like a reflex testing game. You disable your opponent by hitting their arms and legs. And then once they can't stand up effectively, then they're out of the game. But you can only hit them in one fluid motion, and they can react when you go to hit them. That was a good game. I like that game.
No idea what you're talking about, bub.
Okay. So some of us didn't have a wholesome middle school experience, I see.
Brother, has there been a single good thing that you've heard me talk about?
Astro Prisma? I don't know.
I meant from childhood, but yeah. I'm storing my guns in a tractor.
I did guess correctly, Piano Man, that it was American Ninja Warrior.
'Tis but a scratch game.
It
True.
True.
Okay. Gonna add a little more debris here and there.
I don't think the stream is ready for like even 10% of Phil lore.
Oh, damn it.
So let's just say
we'll let Phil drop it casually.
Oh, you bitch! There's more? There's more. Fuck.
For context stream,
Sounds like he's
Filbert
getting
is playing
butt-fucked.
Darkwood in the background. He's probably getting chased by dogs or mutated eldritch villagers.
Giant dogs, which are a new enemy in this area.
For me, it was Tuesday. That's only funny to me because it is actually Tuesday.
That movie was something. Cause like the movie is corny and it's bad. But man, the actor who did M. Bison was chewing the fucking scenery.
Can you tell him to stop chewing it? It's kind of really expensive to make.
Poland flag because I guess I felt like it. By the way, you were right guessing I'm Canadian. Damn, guys. We're gonna have to kill him.
How's it like? How's it like to be Canadian?
What's it like being the 51st day? I feel like we should dredge up some political rivalry here.
It's not the 51st state. That one's Puerto Rico. Get real.
You think we would ever annex Puerto Rico and declare it a state? Piano Man, you told us you were Canadian the first time we met you. How did no one remember?
How did no one remember?
I just assumed he was a Brito alt, so You'll have to forgive me on that one.
Darla, like, you have to understand, I do not do details well. I do not keep track of birthdays, nationalities, which state you live.
Oh, you thought Leo exists when the stream isn't on?
Kingpin is just really good at ventriloquism. He's doing a thing.
Get your hand out of his ass!
Thought he was real?
Billboard doesn't exist. Bredo doesn't exist. Nick doesn't exist. This is just a social experiment.
Yeah, I did not totally hop into this group chat, this group DM on Discord like an hour in advance and ask if my good friends from Discord would hop in a stream.
I like how you say, like, from Discord, like we've never met in real life. I'm just a figment of your imagination.
Who are you again? Which one are you?
Andy Martinez.
Oh, gotcha. I don't remember you, but I appreciate you sticking around. You're a good egg, Andy Martinez. You guys ever watch Moneyball? Kingpin's hand is up, Leo. I'm giving it a colonoscopy. You should watch Moneyball. Moneyball's a really good movie. You don't need to know anything about baseball to enjoy Moneyball. Although knowing what first base is probably helps. What kind of experiment is this? No, this is a medical procedure. It's actually fairly standard.
Holy fucking ouch!
Sorry, wrong voice. That was supposed to be Leo saying that while I performed the procedure. But I fucked up and now the joke is kind of dead, so I apologize again for that one. Leo, what you up to, brother? We got Filbert over here playing Darkwood. Okay, Leo is up to not. Oh, okay, there we go. He's still with us.
Well, I was multitasking, reading my Discord notifications, looking up at the chat, and occasionally Googling shit to try to prove you wrong.
What were you Googling to prove me wrong? Oh, is that the Roblox thing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I think that should do it. Okay. Can you do a Morgan Freeman impression? Yeah,
No.
there was... Man, I can't think of the term. There was like this really goofy term I saw on Twitter like way back. Something about auditory blackface. I was gonna employ that one.
Is it? I feel like Uh, Morgan Freeman is like a deep but nasally voice. I wouldn't call it particularly. I mean, I guess if you, I guess it would be the same as like doing the fucking who was the from Family Guy.
Cleveland Brown.
Cleveland Brown from Family Guy.
I have never watched
or-
a single episode of Family Guy.
Or like Apu from The Simpsons, like a white guy doing white guy doing an impression of another ethnic group.
My name is Cleveland Brown. Tell you what, Piano Man. Next stream, Thursday, I'm gonna bring my good buddy Nick on, and I'll have him do just for you. I'll have him do his Uncle Ruckus impression.
No. Do you want to still have a channel? Are you fucking insane?
It's good. It's a good impression. He's really good at it. I think it would be lovely as a treat for my viewers.
Okay, I actually, Leo, for the first time in a very long time, I have a fully, like, functioning pistol that is reusable and not single use.
He has a fully funded emergency fund.
That's so good. Nice to
It
hear,
is.
Philbird.
I have a firearm.
He has gun.
Bros, armed ain't dangerous.
Yeah, here you go. This would be really helpful for everyone in here.
Hey, I have arms. Nobody calls me dangerous.
You want me to watch a stream while I'm watching Kingpin's stream? Like,
He wants you to multitask.
This is the circle of sacrificial pig heads. I hope you like it.
I worked very hard on it.
Philbird is playing a video game. Philbird is playing a video game. Though that is some white guy behavior though.
Whoa. Okay, good night, Piano Man. Is that you?
Farewell.
Oh, also I'm going to bed. Good night, everyone. Good night, Darla. Have a good rest of your night. I thought Piano Man was saying he was... That's what I get for not reading chat. Keeping up with it. What's the matter, Leo? You sound unenthused.
I'm running out of steam, dude. I did not
Damn.
have my night coffee.
Damn.
No, actually, I think I did. I just didn't make it extra strong.
Like, why is Epstein the main villain of the 2000s? Because everybody's talking about him?
Because turns out he's moving like the Reverse Flash.
God, Reverse Flash is just completely ruined for me thanks to that one meme.
Is it really? Like, I think that meme just encapsulates how much of a petty asshole he is.
Yeah, but now I can't take him seriously when I see him in like a comic or anything.
I mean, I never took him seriously, dude. Though I do get what you mean.
Well, I
You
like to
can't.
take the superhero stories seriously. I think. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my god. For the first time in like 5 hours of play, I can upgrade from board with nails to an actual shovel.
Impossible.
Improbable, more likely.
And yet, here we are.
I've got ropes and gasoline.
Damn, you're into some real freak shit, aren't you?
Keep it up, bro. I'm putting candle wax on you.
Oh, you can't just say that in front of Leo and expect to get away with it. There's another thing. They don't even joke about being gay in Jujutsu Kaisen. You'd think they would at least joke about it. They're guys. They joke about it even if they're straight.
Yeah. It could have also been a situation of, oh, I wanted to put this in, but I got cut by the editor, so I'm gonna have to release it on social media.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
That's because if it's just
Which good on the
other
editor
way-
because those characters being gay doesn't do like anything for the story. Like it's completely inconsequential in the first place.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean,
Sorry, I missed like the last 30 minutes of stream.
It's
This is so sad.
it's a different kind of like, emotional gut punch if my gay lover gets killed rather than, my brother in arms.
Maybe? I feel like I feel worse when your brother in arms dies than when the love interest dies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the brother in arms thing is usually it's usually more of a self-sacrificial thing. Or in like the case of Jujutsu Kaisen, it's very much like betrayal, and then two guys who were like thick as thieves, the bestest of friends, still managing to remain friends even after all of that. but like one of them still has to kill the other. Like that's interesting to me. The whole lover aspect doesn't really do anything there. Like it doesn't make that any more impactful than it was to begin with. And like revealing that after the fact, especially because there isn't anything explicitly pointing to it, like it doesn't help me buy into the fiction. It pulls me out of the fiction. But even if there was evidence of it, like I don't think it would have really changed the story in any meaningful way.
Alright, I'm back.
He back. I have a repairman over to fix destroy tiles in my bathroom. You know that hitchhiker bot thing from a while ago? Hitchhiker bot thing? Do either of you lads know what this man is talking about?
No.
Hitchhiker bot thing. Was it the robot that was like trying to walk across the US and then some guy just fucking destroyed it?
I think he's referring exactly to that, but apparently that robot had done the trek through Canada unscathed, and it didn't even make it like 1/3 of the way in the US.
That's kind of funny.
I mean, that's not shocking to me in any capacity.
We fucking hate robots here. Despise them.
It's the same reason you can't have like any kind of nice public infrastructure here. Like somebody's going to fucking wreck it or steal it. I think my favorite one was recently I saw an image of one of those little lock boxes next to a public chessboard, and on it in all bold is, "This lockbox contains nothing valuable. It's just a chess set. Please stop breaking into it."
Yeah. My favorite is the electrical boxes on the side of the street that like keep getting broken into and robbed of all the copper wire. Like, oh yeah, that's right. I share a country with some very interesting unmentionables.
I think the best example of that from where I'm from is
It got to Detroit.
People
it was
were
dismembered in a ditch. Sorry, go ahead, Leo.
Basically, there was like a big moment in time where people kept stealing fiber optic cables despite the fact that if you snap a fiber optic
useless
cable, like you ruin it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, for the longest while, people thought it was gonna be exactly like copper wiring.
That shit is... It's funny because it didn't happen to me.
I mean, it technically did not happen to me. I didn't have fiber optic internet until recently, and people are doing that no longer. Like, the worst thing that could happen is like a tree
horrific.
a tree like grows too much and like snaps the cable.
Well, I meant like people stealing fiber optic cables.
Oh yeah.
That didn't happen to me, so I can laugh at it. But if you had mentioned like people stealing Kias because you can pull the key slot for the starter out and then take like a USB with a program loaded on it and stick it in there and start a Kia, and that's how people were stealing Kias. If you mentioned that, then I would be like super pissed off. Because that was the bane of my existence for a while.
Hypothetically speaking, then, like, I would say that it is a skill issue for having a Kia.
True, I would have never bought a Kia. Even without the knowledge that something like that could happen. But they're these tiny Korean cars that are built for, you know, like Korean roads. And evidently Korea itself, because the US is not a high enough trust society due to some of our members. Some of my fellow countrymen and their behavior. The worst part is, it wasn't even that long ago when the United States would have been considered, most areas in the United States, even most big cities in the United States, would have been considered high trust.
Can someone reply to that to continue the conversation? Because I disassociated for like 3 seconds there. Missed the entire point.
Why do people buy the Tesla Cybertruck? I assume there are people who like its aesthetic, and then there are people who actually find it like somewhat useful. People do this all the time. It's like, why did you buy, like, why do people buy XYZ thing? I think a lot of it comes from the fact that they don't like the person who made, or who is, like, at least partially responsible for XYZ thing's existence. But you have to understand, when they made the Cybertruck, it wasn't just Elon Musk drawing out, like, a shape on a piece of paper and telling his engineers to make it. Like, the engineers were putting this thing together because they were trying to solve problems with other types of trucks that if they could solve those problems, they could fill a gap in the market. Like, there was demand for stuff like the Cybertruck before they built the Cybertruck. The automotive industry doesn't just build cars for the sake of building cars.
You could argue that's not
unless
always
it's
true.
like a custom model, but it's the Cybertruck is literally built for mass production, which you can't do mass production unless there's an actual demand for the mass production. Yeah, I guess you can do it, but then you wouldn't get a return on investment. You wouldn't turn a profit, and then that creates its whole other line of problems. But like, these systems are designed in a way where they're meeting a demand that already exists a lot of the time. Like, that's just kind of how these markets work. And I don't know why that's, like, so difficult for people to really understand. Just because they personally don't like the aesthetic. And, like, I get it, you know, the Cybertruck doesn't look all that visually appealing. I don't drive a truck in the first place, so I wasn't really looking
You-
at what the specs on the Cybertruck would actually give me over a normal truck.
I was gonna say, like, your part of your point is true, but a lot of it is not. For example, the Cybertruck its whole frame is a single piece of metal. That means literally any amount of frame damage means the entire thing has to be sent to be replaced. It is genuinely a nightmare for mechanics and technicians, and it's all because Musk said he wanted to prove he could do it, rather than it being practical for vehicles.
It apparently also the metal in the frame tends to like stain or rust pretty bad. I heard something about that.
There is a reason their market shares have fallen pretty severely.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, people are still buying them. So, I don't know. Maybe they overpromised on some things. Maybe their forecasts weren't entirely accurate. It's mainly the price I
Sometimes
hate.
people
Like
buy
$100,000 fucking dollars on a metal box. It isn't even fucking waterproof.
it's like
God damn it! I keep pressing that button.
they bought it thinking it was gonna be like a prestigious thing, but it's just bad.
Well, I think Jeeps are pretty bad, and those things have stuck around since forever, so.
But to be fair, I don't imagine you go off-roading too often, huh?
Recently? I've had to pull off the road a couple times. No, I don't go off-roading a lot, and no one I know who owns a Jeep really does either. I guess my coworker does plenty of off-roading. And that's why he got his Jeep, but that's like one of 20 people I know who own a Jeep. And like, people who own Jeeps are constantly working on their Jeep, and they're constantly sinking money into the Jeep.
Apparently, because of how Cybertrucks look, like it has like the same geometrical like proportions to a dumpster, and that's why raccoons keep trying to break into the what's the name for it? The back part.
The trunk.
The trunk, yeah.
I
Just
have
take
no
the
idea on that
dumpster and
one.
add wheels, and you have a fucking Cybertruck. Oh, it's bulletproof. Where's someone driving America? If you're driving a Cybertruck in Chicago, there's a solid chance the truck is gonna catch a stray. Or I guess any truck. The car needs fucking updates. I don't have time to. I don't actually like computers in cars that much. That I can agree with. I mean, to the extent that it controls, certain stuff, especially like transmission, because I don't know how to drive a manual. Like, yeah, that's fine, but I don't really trust vehicles that don't like that they have that don't, or I guess that have like extensive computer components.
It's okay. I know GMC and likely other companies that just haven't made it public is purportedly making an effort to integrate AI with their future vehicles.
AI, the gas guzzler.
Because that's exactly what my fucking vehicle needs.
I don't know. People put a lot of different useless gizmos in cars. Or a lot of manufacturers do that. Typically, they'll include them with specific models that are like, you know, kind of designed as like the overpriced behemoth that some people are just gonna pay for. And it's like, yeah, I'm never buying a car like that. It's never gonna happen. Because it's too expensive, and I'm not gonna use 90% of what is driving up that car's price, then why would I spend that much money for a car?
For fun.
Well, I don't have that kind of money. I don't have the fun kind of money where I could just buy things for fun. And I don't think I even really want to have that kind of money. If I did, I would probably just not use it on vehicles that provided fun. They would hoard it like all the other billionaires. Just to fuck with the poors.
You know, I actually want to learn like robotics and like high concept programming shit, just to like be one of those petty assholes that are like, stop calling LLMs AI. It's literally not AI, it's whatever the fuck, but actually have a way to like substantiate my
Well, see, the thing is, even if you
arguments.
have a way to substantiate it, the people that you're trying to argue with will not care.
What is the argument that LLMs are not artificial intelligence? Deafening silence. My friends have learned that they do not want to get into these discussions with me.
Listen here.
I have to look for a fucking article, because if I start to speak about my opinion on why I think LLMs are not artificial intelligence, you're gonna be like, okay, but where's the peer review study?
Where were the 4 guys who circle jerked into a room and came in a cup and went, yes, this is true? No, LLMs are not what most people would consider AI, because all an LLM does is predicts the next word in any given sentence based off its structure model. And usually this is done by massively training it on, well, literally the entire available internet. And the reason different models give different outputs is because they have been set up to be rewarded differently for different responses. It's why things like character AI are specialized in mimicking characters and staying in character, because the company behind it rewards the model itself more for that and penalizes it for doing things that go against it.
Okay. I guess my question would be, what is the LLM's purpose in predicting the next word?
Well, that's how
what
you
is the
get
function of
coherent
that?
sentence output, and it's also why LLMs will just give you absolute garbage nonsense data to questions.
So what you're telling me is that it's trying to simulate intelligence.
Well, no, because even if the sentence doesn't make any sense, it'll still complete it because it gets rewarded for completing sentences versus terminating them. It's not like, oh, here is all the different variations of that thing I can say. No, it only picks the one that is weighted most heavily. It is a predetermined choice to that set of words.
And the point of it doing that is to simulate intelligence. Like, that's the outcome. Is simulated intelligence. It's simulating speech.
Okay, if simulating speech is your bar for intelligence, then they've been making AI toys for years, dude.
Yes. Okay. The simulated speech is them trying to make artificial intelligence. Because it's artificial. It's not real. It's faux. That's what I'm getting at. Like, what if that's not what we're defining as artificial intelligence? What is exactly?
One second, I'm munching.
Because like your video game example, right? The idea is to simulate like an intelligent function. That's what you're supposed to take away from it. You know, that obviously, I mean, is it based on whether it succeeds or not that it can be called AI? Because there's like plenty of video games where, you know, the bots are scripted, and they're not scripted very well. They're not scripted very believably, but we still call that, you know, the bot AI, the enemy AI.
I mean, I guess, yeah, but it's definitely one of those terms.
It's Stalin.
I think the point Leo was trying to make is that LLMs are not what most people think of when they think of actual AI. They cannot learn by themselves. They are preset, and the only time their models actually change or update is when major updates are pushed. And similarly, the learning they do is artificial. Everything they learn is heavily filtered and passed through to set a specific like narrative or condition. I think when most people think of AI, or at least maybe older folks, I don't know, it's, you know, the traditional, oh my god, it's Skynet. You see posts about it all the time, even today. And it's what the tech bros and tech billionaires would want you to believe the models they're making are actually capable of, when it's actually a massive oversell.
I don't actually know much about how AI is trying to be sold. I mean, the only time I've seen it be used in a professional setting actually is it's like explicitly for data analysis, which it is probably best geared to do.
Oh yeah, no, there's like actual genuine applications, because AI is significantly better at humans than at pattern recognition.
Yeah.
And it's done some like pretty major things, like identifying new marks for cancer, and being able to identify cancer up to like, I think 8 months earlier than most trained, like even the best trained professionals. I know it's being used to create more stable like plasma fusion paths for things like fusion energy testing and stuff like that. But I don't think it has any real current applicable use for the vast majority of people who are using it, because it is confidently wrong in pretty much all the answers it gives. You are almost better off asking Reddit to do your essay for you.
Okay. Yeah, no, I did a little research because I was thinking of like Steel Junction, right? So I did a little bit of
Yeah.
research into like what we have currently for AI, and I was already aware of how LLMs functioned to some degree, but it ultimately it's like how do people define AI? And I guess maybe I've built this definition in my own head just based off of how I've seen the term used in reference to video games. So I just assumed artificial intelligence, that the correct interpretation of the term artificial intelligence is literally anything that is designed with the purpose to mimic intelligence. Like, I didn't think there was a specific method that needed to be employed, or whether or not it was actually successful at that. I just assumed it was, anything that attempts to simulate intelligence is artificial by the I guess by the literal property of the two the literal definitions of the two words being smashed together.
Well, see, I think a lot of it is not from the fact that it's artificial. I think everyone agrees on that front. It's what defines intelligence. And for a lot of people, that varies from being, capable of thinking ahead, in which case LLMs would technically be the very bottom of the rung in qualifying that, and the fact that they can think ahead in the sentences they make, or things that have actual emotion and can change depending on the needs of said creature.
Sure. But I mean, with that definition that you provided as an example, I know that's probably not what you think intelligence is per se, but with that example, that would mark most animals that are considered unintelligent. By that definition, they would then become intelligent creatures. So it's, I don't know, maybe it's something that isn't universally defined, and that's where I'm getting mixed up.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. There's actually a huge amount of debate within the research and R&D communities surrounding LLMs and LLM adjacent things about what actually constitutes proper intelligence, hallmarks and things like that, because there are AI researchers out there that genuinely believe that if you leave an LLM running long enough, it develops its own personality, or people might point to for example, Neurosama, the very, very popular VTuber who is entirely AI. I promise you ask 90% of her fan base and they'll be like, she's real to me.
That would be kind of bizarre and jarring.
Leo, don't tell him. Don't tell this man.
Oh, well.
But I think when it comes to AI, right? Intelligence, yeah. I think you can very easily broadly define as the ability for comprehensive thought, right?
One way or another.
And so if you're talking about something that's artificial, obviously LLMs meet that definition of artificial intelligence because they're trying to simulate that conscious thinking that I would refer to as intelligence. They just don't do it the same way as what we would traditionally associate with things like video game AI, where it's just a bunch of scripted if-then statements.
They went and taught a robot how to do math wrong just so that it could come off more as a person.
I just shot that man with my 3D printed pistol so I could steal his axe.
Okay, I'm gonna read what Piano Man has been saying. We gotta catch up on the Piano Man hijinks.
He's been ulting in chat, really.
Honestly, the USA should become a Canadian province. Get better rage bait. Come as you are, as you were. Oh, he's doing another. I don't even know if this is Green Day. Whatever, I'm not reading all that. I'm not singing the song for you, buddy.
Let's see. Oh, I actually have enough scrap to make quite a few lockpicks. Let's see. But, no, I guess more to my point. I think current like ChatGPT and other applications are just another step in companies trying to make as much money as is humanly possible by overselling and trying to force technology even in places and sectors it does not belong. And I mean, very recently, like the past week or so, a lot of companies that have been lending AI companies like credit or buying into their stocks have pulled back majorly. So,
I did hear about that, but I didn't look into that.
Yeah, several big companies that have been investing several billion into AI are like, yeah, no, these companies are getting too liquid. We're worried about like a bunch of defaults that are going to happen.
Yeah.
Not to mention that at least here in America, the total GDP has the total national debt has surpassed our GDP, which means we are producing more debt than the entire country makes back in money, which is awesome. I don't know. I don't think it even if it's not the AI, fucking market getting oversaturated and collapsing in on itself to become more reasonable, I do think things are gonna get hard financially at some point in the next year or so. It wouldn't shock me. I think I mentioned it the other day, but one of the main, like, massive manufacturers that was a huge conglomerate company that my company deals with filed for Chapter 8 bankruptcy recently.
Yeah.
And that's, I feel like that's not something you see happen every day.
Well, I imagine there's like one company filing chapter 11 every so often.
Well,
but
my
it
point
could
is that
it
wasn't
could definitely
just one company.
It could definitely be a sign of bigger things to come.
I don't know, I guess it's just troubling for me because A, it's the field I work in, but B, automotive parts are what many financial people will tell you is an evergreen market. People always need vehicle parts. And so when a vehicle company goes under, it's usually a sign of bigger things.
Well, yeah, I suppose. Bigger things can mean a lot of different things, though.
Yeah, it means, your boy, he's coming back from the dead.
Dude, Jesus Part 2 is here. Second coming, brother. It's happening now. And the vehicle business the automotive industry collapsing is the telltale sign. The first trumpet.
That's true.
Anyways, that was Come As You Are and Smells Like Teen Spirit, both by Nirvana. Okay. Alright, buddy. We're gonna have to kill him. I don't know how to break this to his family, but he's gotta go. Yeah, the major push for AI, a lot of people characterize it as people not really understanding what AI was as a result of, just them trying to push it as hard as they can because they wanted it to be the next big thing. And I'm sure that's part of it. I don't even think that's an insignificant part of it. But I think it's natural for markets to push new technology in order to figure out what its limits are.
See, I think it's more of a gold rush situation where because it's a brand new, fresh market that very few people are in and very few people are aware of what it's capable of, and actually fully understand it. It's, hey, everyone needs to get in on this right now. And then you find out that literally, unironically, 99% of all companies that employ AI are losing massive amounts of money on it.
Yeah, I mean, not every one of them is a winner, but I think a lot of the conventional wisdom is, well, it's like we were talking about earlier, big risk, big reward.
Big money, big women.
And when you've got as much money as these international companies do, due to them being international, you can throw your weight around a bit more on those bigger gambles. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Leo?
Yeah, no, man. If I start reading your messages, will you stop trying to sing lyrics in our chat?
I'm reading his messages. I'm keeping up. Or I was keeping up. Now he's playing Piano Man. Name a song. No, I was reading his messages out loud, and then he started typing out song lyrics, so I stopped. I mean, is this a thing where it's like any engagement is good engagement? I almost prefer he just told me my art sucks or something constantly. I almost prefer he bullied me.
True. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, this is the first time I've ever encountered something like that. If it turns out this is a Bredo ult, I would be like, bravo, Benz.
Is it because I told you to get better rage bait? Is that what's happening?
Your rage bait, it's too high level, please!
Am I the architect of my own undoing?
Usually, yeah. That's how that goes. Biblically, I think.
I'm just saying, every single bad thing that has happened in your life, you're the common denominator.
You make a very solid point. Oh shit, I forgot it was 10. I saw the time and it was 10. Alright, we're gonna start wrapping up here. I hope you found our conversations riveting.
Or at the
And
very least, my
enjoyed.
accent funny.
No,
yeah,
you can't be
true.
funny.
Women can't be funny.
Fine, Leo's a woman.
Leo's my woman. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate everybody who hopped in, watched for however long, and you know, hung out. Appreciate you guys for tolerating my incessant rambles, my incessant ramblings. And I think we're gonna call it there. So if you guys have anything you want to depart the wonderful viewers with, now's the chance to get that out.
Farewell.
Well, as always,
Sparkle
I ruined.
on.
It's Tuesday. We be ruining the stream with our presence.
It's true.
I did find the accent funny.